Have you ever felt a sudden chill in a warm room? Or heard a whisper when no one else was there? Most of us dismiss these moments, but for some, they're the beginning of a living nightmare. Today we're stepping past the silver screen and into the very real, very terrifying world of haunted houses. These aren't just spooky tales told around a campfire. These are real-life horror stories from people who lived them. Let's start with the Smurl family in Pennsylvania. Their dream home quickly turned into a house of horrors. It began with strange noises and bad odors. Soon, appliances would turn on and off by themselves, and dark, shadowy figures would appear in the hallways. The family reported being physically pushed, scratched, and even thrown by an unseen force. The haunting became so intense and aggressive that it drew national attention, including paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Smurls believed their home was infested by a powerful, malevolent entity, a presence that tormented them for years, turning every single day into a struggle for survival. Imagine trying to live your life while constantly looking over your shoulder, not knowing what might happen next in your own home. Now, let's travel across the pond to England, to a seemingly ordinary house in the town of Pontefract, which became home to one of the UK's most violent poltergeists, nicknamed the Black Monk of Pontefract. The Pritchard family moved in, and were soon subjected to terrifying phenomena. Green foam would seep from the taps, objects would be thrown violently across rooms, and family members, especially the young daughter Diane, were physically assaulted. She was reportedly dragged up the stairs by her hair by an invisible force. The activity was so extreme that it felt like living with an angry, unseen roommate who wanted them out at all costs. The entity seemed to have a particular hatred for the family, making their lives a constant state of fear and anxiety. Our next story takes us to the infamous Amityville house on Long Island, New York. You've probably heard of it, but the real story of the Lutz family is bone-chilling. After moving into the house where a horrific family murder had taken place just a year earlier, the Lutz family claimed they were terrorized by paranormal events for 28 days. George Lutz would wake up at 3:15 a.m. every morning, the time of the original murders. Their daughter started talking to an imaginary friend named Jody, a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. Swarms of flies appeared in the middle of winter. Black ooze dripped from the walls, and a hidden red room was discovered in the basement. The family eventually fled the house in the middle of the night, leaving all their belongings behind, too terrified to spend another moment there. Finally, we have the Snedeker family in Connecticut, whose story inspired the film The Haunting in Connecticut. After moving into a new home to be closer to their son's cancer treatment center, they made a disturbing discovery. Their house was a former funeral home. They found mortuary tools and equipment in the basement.
Soon the family experienced horrifying visions.
The mother, Carmen Snedeker, saw apparitions of the dead and felt an icy hand on her in the shower. Their son, who was already battling a serious illness, was tormented by visions of a man with long black hair and another whose face was constantly changing. The activity escalated, with the family reporting physical and psychological attacks from spirits they believed were trapped in the house from its dark past. It was a terrifying ordeal, compounding the emotional stress they were already under. These stories remind us that sometimes the most frightening things aren't in movies, but can happen in the supposed safety of our own homes. What do you think? Are these genuine paranormal encounters or elaborate hoaxes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, please like this video and subscribe for more explorations of life's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.